Cabo, like, this is crazy, right? But, hey, who wants more today? Right? Alright, cool. So we've got way more to cover, so I want to dive right in.
Are you going to move back down to your feet?
So, who wants to learn about some social media? Okay. As Mr. Danny Bay mentioned earlier, it's my pleasure to bring to you guys a panel of social media professionals. Because, as you guys know, I know Kate knows this, we are truly living in a digital world, right? Everywhere you turn, someone has their phone out. They're capturing every single moment, good and bad, right? Like, how many times have you been on social and you're like, I wish maybe that wasn't there, but no, for real. Our social media presence is our digital business card, right? That's the age we live in. And it's your platform to share your story, to share your values, and those things attract like people to your Remon business. It's the way that you attract customers and planners and loyal customers. But social media, raise your hand if you've ever thought social media is a little bit scary. Okay? Yeah, there's Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, Pinterest, YouTube, X, like, the list goes on and on. It's a metaverse, right? So it's my pleasure, with that said, to welcome to this stage 6 amazingly talented social media professionals to share with you some simple, duplicatable systems that they have used to generate massive followings, right? And genuine engagement. And they're going to share with you these systems, but also some simple steps that you can take if you just don't know where to start, right? All right, so guys, with that said, it's my pleasure to introduce our beautiful social media professionals, starting with the fabulous Senior Director, Angela Nguyen. Welcome, Angela. And Miss Christy Bellison, Team Leader.
You get the charger back out. I want to plug in.
Anastasia Paras, Team Leader. Team Leader, Miss Dina Peacock. Courtney Spencer, Team Leader. And Miss Kimberly Weimer, Team Leader. Wonderful, ladies. All right. Oh, thanks, Taylor. Well, first, can we just say, like, how beautiful? Like, I can't, look at this panel. They're glowing. They're just such gorgeous ladies. So, all right, guys, let's dive in because we've got a lot to cover, all right? So my first question is for you, Courtney. All right, so Courtney, we know that people follow value. They want value in their content, right? They want to feel like they were offered something. So when you curate your content, what are your strategies, like your check boxes, your Courtney must-haves, to make sure that you are offering valuable content to your followers?
Very, very, whoa, good question. That's loud. That was a lot louder than I anticipated. So there's a few things that I really make sure that I do when I'm creating my content. And the very first thing is, you've got hundreds and thousands of people out there that you're competing with to get someone's attention. So the first thing I do is I create a hook that's going to be captivating, but also it's going to leave that curiosity. You really want someone to come back. You want to trickle the nuggets out there, plant the seeds. But you really want to make sure that they come back for more, so you leave that with a curiosity hook in the very beginning. Hook them so that they'll stay. The next thing that I really like to do is I make sure that I'm creating education and good value in the content. And you may ask, well, I don't know, I'm not really sure about that. After you've created your content, I highly encourage you to go back, read it, watch it over, and ask yourself, if someone never purchased from me this particular product or never used it, did they still walk away with good, valuable information? Did they learn something? If you can teach someone, if you can create value, you're going to create trust. People buy from people that they and people that they like. So when you start creating that, you're creating a connection with people as well. The other box that I really like to check too is problem solving. Any moms and parents out there? If it's going to make my life easier, more effective, and faster, I'm going to buy it, right? We want things to be easy. So we're gonna create, when I got really dedicated to my network marketing business, I sat down with a pen and a paper. I made 3 columns. One was the 5 most common problems I heard from women over 40. My second column was the solution to that problem. And then my third was how it made them feel. We've heard the word feel very often today, haven't we? If you can create that feel moment, that aha, me too, they're going to come back. They're going to come back to consume your content. Maybe you're brand new to the network marketing industry. I haven't had conversations, Courtney. I don't know what the top 5 most common problems are. I want you to walk into the bathroom, turn on your light, and look at yourself in the mirror. Because you are your ideal customer. Why? Because you've walked through this. You had a problem. Remon gave you a solution and it made you feel something. I would wake up in the morning with the worst under eye bags and darkness ever. No makeup, potion, lotion, or primer could ever change it and make it better. Some days I literally would cry it all. It was awful. I got these products in my hand and I'm like, day 2 or 3, I'm like, what is happening over here? Everybody needs this. If you can create that feel experience for someone, they will come back, they will like your content, they will begin to comment, they'll hit that follow button. You have now gained trust, and you will make sales. Those are my boxes.
Love it, Courtney. I want to hone in on a couple awesome things I think you said, because it takes it full circle to something that we learned this morning. So you shared that this is important, guys. Even if that person did not buy something from you, right? If you give them value and keep them curious, that brings them back. What did we learn from Susan Manuello this morning? It takes 7 times of exposure to get someone to make a purchase. So remember, it's not a failure. If you have a solid following that maybe isn't buying from you right away, it's exposure, and you get that by offering them value and bringing them back, right? Bringing them back to your page, back into your life. So that was really valuable. It's not always about the sale when you're building your brand, right? And when you're building your following. So thank you for that, Courtney. All right, so we're going to move down the line to Miss Christy. Hey, Christy, pretty in pink. Oh, there you go, you're mine. All right, so Christy, we all know there's value to building organically on social media, right? You can do it. Many people have success doing it, but one of your strengths, one thing that fascinated me is that over the past 15 years, you have honed your craft of giving people easily duplicatable systems to succeed, especially new people, right? So can you share some insight into those systems and how people can use them to scale their Remon business to great heights?
I would love to. So first of all, this morning I was so excited because we were learning about systems from Susan, from Steve, and then from Dora. And so thank you guys so much, because really everything is a system. There's success in systems. And sometimes we forget that from the very, very beginning of us saying, I want to do this, I want to grow my business, it starts with having a simple system in place. So for me, when I first started network marketing, I was in a skincare company, and in my personal experience, I didn't know how to create systems, so therefore I was actually told by people that were mentoring me, you're not duplicatable. Like, your team can't duplicate you, you're not duplicatable. And so that was probably one of the most powerful things that could have been said to me, because it was that moment that I thought to myself, well, I need to learn how I can be duplicatable. And so this is where it started for me. 1, it needed to be simple. It had to be simple. If you're on TikTok, if you're on Instagram, if you're on Facebook, especially more Instagram, I'd say, and TikTok, we're thinking to ourselves that we have to sing, we have to dance, we have to spend hours and hours creating these perfect videos and reels, and I'm here to tell you that when I learned that it can be as simple as going into your camera roll, and I'm sure all of you guys have thousands and thousands of videos of you on vacation, of you with your kids playing, of you maybe pushing your daughter on a swing set, you're going to utilize those to be able to capture people's attention and tell a story. great marketers, they tell great stories. We are storytellers. And so what I love what you said, Courtney, when you said columns, and really just kind of think about, why did you say yes to Remon? That's the first thing that I ask people that join me is, why did you say yes? Because that's their story. That's their launch post. That's how they're going to launch their business. They're not talking about the products in the beginning. They're really not talking about the company. They're talking about why did they say yes to this opportunity. And that's where it starts. So social media really can be that simple. It's a 5 to 7 second video. So short form video is trending right now. It's what works. It's organic. And so also we know that Instagram, TikTok pushes those videos out to everyone. So what you're trying to do is capture someone's attention with the hook that Courtney was talking about. A hook could be, I didn't believe this either, right? That's a hook. I didn't believe this either. What didn't she believe? What didn't she believe, right? And now they want to go in and they want to read your story. So now they're reading your story, and then you always end with a CTA. This is a system, you guys, and all you are is telling your story in 1,000 different ways, over and over and over again. Go to your camera roll, grab a video from a vacation, use that as your video, put a hook on it, tell your story, and now you're going to put a simple thing like a keyword. A keyword could be learn more, it could be info, it could be me, right? And a CTA sounds like this. If you can relate to this in any way, put me in the comments. Okay, you just generated a lead. You're fishing. You're looking for people that are looking. Sometimes we think like, a list is good, but sometimes it's overwhelming for someone like me. I remember my first day in this industry, and I was told, sit down and make a list of 100 people. And I'll tell you, for me, that was frightening. That was frightening. But if you would have said to me, just go on social media and tell your story, and if someone reacts and they can relate and they want to learn more, that's your person, go have a conversation with them. So when I was looking at how can I create a simple system where everybody can be set up to win, it was teach them to be good storytellers, tell a story on social media, always have a good strong CTA, also a hook, and then they're going to comment. Now, where do these people go? So this is also where people freeze, right? So what we want to do is we want to take the fear out of what stops people from starting. And so when you can look at that and say, okay, where do people usually get frozen is, oh my gosh, so-and-so just asked me about this and this and this, and I don't know what to say. We never have to know what to say. We just have to know where to plug them in. And so this is where the tools come into place. You guys, when I took a look at Remon, the first thing I looked at is, are there tools? Are there calls? Are there orientation calls? Are there opportunity calls? Where can I plug people into? And it was all there. Like, it's all there for us to be able just to, like Dora was talking about as a busy, fashion designer, mom, all the things. And she was saying she used the tools and that's what helped her grow her business. A tool could be an opportunity call. A tool could be a Facebook group. A tool could be a video, right? And so you're sending them information. So what I like to personally do is take it one step further. And I know I've got 6 seconds left. Oh my gosh, I'm going over. Okay, I'm going to talk really, really fast now. So what I like to do is my team knows that when someone wants information, so comment hair, if you want to know a little bit more about the hair care system that is growing my hair, all the things. Hair, okay, Joni, listen, I know you're so busy. You're so busy, and so therefore, because we're all so busy, I've created a place where you can get tons of information. I'm going to tag you on a short video. You can browse at your leisure, right? People love that. Browse at your leisure. Here's the link. Give me a thumbs up when you're in. Okay, now they're in a group, right? Now they're in a group. Well, Joni's in. She gives me a thumbs up. I'm in. She's excited. I tag her on the video. She's going to be dripped on over and over. 7 touches, 21 touches, right? But there's more. Last thing. Oh my gosh. So last thing is, Joni, listen. You're loving these products. You're seeing great results. You've ordered numerous times now. Have you ever thought about inviting your friends to the group? Right? Invite five friends, and I'm latte on me. Latte on me. Now what you're doing is you're looking for qualified leads. So now I'm going to go back and reach out to Joni. Joni, you just invited 5 of your friends into the group, which is amazing. Now you know that they're going to eventually order just like you did. Wouldn't you like to make some extra money? So now you're qualifying your customers to see who could be that qualified person that maybe is a potential for working the business. And you're doing that over and over and over again. So it's a simple system. Your system starts with your story. Don't be afraid to share it. You don't have to have the perfect picture or the perfect video. Just get out there, CTA, keywords, go to a resource. You do not have to be the expert, that's it.
Well, thank you. Well, that was some marathon speed talking. Let's give her a round of applause for that. Thank you. You said a couple really great things towards the end about you create the resource. I mean, you said a ton of great things, but I really want to call this out for the audience. You create a resource where they can get information, and without your customer, they're already a loyal customer, and because they're a loyal customer, they love their Boo. You know they're probably already talking about it to their friends. You just simply encourage them to share it with their friends, and you've essentially shown them that they can do the business without them knowing that they can do the business.
Do you know that you're working the business already?
Yeah. Did you know you're working the business already? That is a genius use of a social media, of a Facebook group, right? Or of any social media platform. So all the things, but that was an excellent takeaway, Christy. So thank you so much. Miss Angela. Hello, dear. Let's give a round of applause for Miss Angela, Student Director. All right, Angela. So one thing I admire about you, truly, and I met you last year, right, very early on in your career, is your commitment to educating and empowering your team, right? There's mentorship, there's leadership, there's all the great things, but you are truly an educator and an empowerer. So can you share with me some of the ways that you use digital and social tools to educate and empower your team, and also build across multiple languages, because you have a very multilingual team. So Angela, please tell us.
Yeah, hello Katie, thank you for the question. Hello everyone, it's my honor to be here today. My name is Angela Nguyen, and a lot of people are always asking me, Angela, how come you can become senior director so fast? One of the key for my success is social media. For the day one when I joined Remain, I know how powerful of social media. So I use social media for, attract a new partner or new customer. And also I use social media for education my team and help my team to duplicate easy. The first one is, when the day one when I joined Remain, right away I change all my cover picture, even Facebook, Instagram, YouTube or TikTok, all to become Remain cover photo. Because I want to make sure all my friends know I work with Remain, number 1 K Beauty, and everyone should know my referral number. So whenever they're thinking about Remain, they will think about me. So, and also when they, interesting, I put them in the group. So I divide by group chat, by ranking, and all as well in KakaoTalk as well. And I training each group, make sure everyone is understand about ranking, business, Remain. And another way is, I see right now Remain have only English training, but all my people almost from Vietnamese. That's why I make a YouTube. I make a lot of YouTube to training people, make sure my team understand about how to take our money, how to use Remain dollar, how to convert from customer become planner. Everything I divide by YouTube, so people can very easy to duplicate, easy to send the link, and that's why I can very easy to get a lot of people. And another way is I always update the new technology. I training people by how to make professional material, like using Canva app to make the flyer. It's free, everyone can use. Also, you can use a CapCut to make the video. You can translate to many languages, and it's free as well. And also is, right now AI very popular. So I training my team to use AI to make the quality, the good content. So when they post the content on Facebook, attack the people. You don't take the time to thinking about content. You only use AI. They do for you. And we have a fun to make the music by AI too. We make many Remain song using AI. By Vietnamese, English, Korean, even Philippine, we still do it. Only take like 15 seconds. So we have a lot of fun to do it. I hope the information I share today is help everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Angela. So a social media is great for expanding your network, great for attracting customers and prospective planners, but we forget that it can also be an educational tool and a community building tool for your current team. So the fact that you use your YouTube channel to make sure that everyone stays in the know and can easily share those videos, excellent use of it. I love it. We should definitely consider that. And then the last thing, okay, if she's making Reman songs, if you make a song, can we all commit to make it trending on TikTok? Can we do that with Angela? Okay, perfect. All right, Angela, well, thank you so much for sharing. Miss Anastasia. All right, so Anastasia, you know, obviously we know your heart and your soul and your joy of your life is your daughter, Sophia. And so I know that one of your strengths on social media is sharing insights into your life as a mom and a momtrepreneur, right? So how do you leverage social media to attract the working mom, the single mom, and show them that Reman can be a solid business opportunity?
Okay, first of all, thanks for having me. I'm so honored to be up here with all you ladies. And you know, for me, social media really happened by accident. It was a collaboration with my daughter Sophia, and it was really about teaching moments with her and living kind of out there a little bit, but wanting to connect and being authentic. So if I were to give you guys any advice, it would be authentic to who you are, right? Be you. So if you're a goofball, be a goofball. Don't try to not be a goofball. You know, if you aren't funny, please don't try to be funny, right? Like we see people who are like, I'm gonna be funny like her, and it's like, oh my gosh, please don't do that, right? So whatever it is that you do and that you're passionate about, like let people see that, because your people are gonna find you, right? No matter what it is that you do, and have fun. Like this is about having fun. This isn't about, oh my gosh, I have to do this today. If you feel like you have to do something, it shows. It shows, right? If you are being authentically you and you're sharing about something you're passionate about, and for me, it is, you know, my daughter and I, we inspire and motivate through kindness and encouragement. That is what our entire page is about. We want people to come to our page and feel good, right? And we want to give people that boost of, gosh, I'm having a crappy day at work, and gosh, this just brought a little bit of sunshine in my life. And to segue that, you know, it's about creating a space that not only you can be safe in, but you're creating curiosity on you know, centering it around gratitude. Nobody likes somebody who brags, right? Like, look, I mean, please, if I could say anything right now, please do not post a picture by the pool and say my office for the day. like that, no. But if you are saying grateful, if you're leading from a place of gratitude, like I'm so grateful that I get to volunteer at my daughter's school trip, right? I'm going from not like, hey, look at me, this is my work day today. It's like, listen, if you're coming from a place of gratitude and you're showing, you're evoking emotion in others and letting them think, I wish I could do that, right? And for the moms and for the single moms and for the working moms and for the stay-at-home moms and the dads, it's about creating that emotion when they click on your page, or if they click on a reel or they click on a story, that doesn't make them feel jealous, but that makes them connected to you and makes them think, gosh, I wish I could do that. And then the call into action comes, right? It's not, who wants to join my Reman team? Drop a comment, right? It is, what would a breath of relaxation look like for you? This is what it is for me. It's being able to take care of my daughter when she's sick and not have to stress out about who am I going to drop her off to. That is my gratitude moment. What does your gratitude moment look like for you? Right? So you're asking somebody to really connect with you that's never met you before, okay, that wants to connect and say, gosh, I need one of those aha moments so bad, right? I need to feel that. But you're having them feel what it's like just for that split second. You're letting them dream just for that split second on what that moment looks like for them. And then I say in mine, right, I call myself a life designer. I connect people to unique opportunities to be able to design the life they love on their terms, right? So then the call of action is, hey, maybe I can add value and help you.
Wonderful, wonderful, Anastasia. So, what I love, thank you, yes, please. What I love, and we've covered so many different aspects and avenues of social media, but what I love about your answer is it's one of the first unique ways that we have talked about how you can share the business opportunity without it being salesy, right? We always struggle with, man, I know I need to post today. Should I take a picture of my booster and say, oh, booster, which, yes, you can, but, you can only do that so many times, right? So, you're leading with the lifestyle, the curiosity of how does she maintain that lifestyle to open the door to the opportunity conversation without it invoking jealousy, with it being like, man, she's so lucky and I want that, in a positive way because you're sharing it with your daughter. So I love that. It's a great way to open the door to the business opportunity, very organically too. So thank you. All right, we're gonna go to Miss Kimberly. So Kimberly, I have to say, when we were first chatting and I was looking into all of your profiles, Miss Kimberly Weimer has over 1 million followers. And by the way, we've got a ton of followers. We probably have a combined 5 million followers on the stage, but you have so many followers. And so I wanted to ask you, how have you achieved this type of growth? And, what would your advice be for someone who says, like, I'm not an influencer, I'm not a micro-influencer, like, where do I start?
The word influencer scares me to death. First and foremost, I was a public school educator for 25 years. I've since retired, but in public school education, teaching was all I knew. It's all I know. And so when I started in direct sales 4 years ago and I found a really great product that I loved, I wanted to share it. And I started in a very private Facebook group with 20 people. And I started to share the product. That's all I did. But what ended up happening was through my sharing, I actually ended up teaching it. And so fast forward a year and a half from when I started my direct sales business, I decided that I would go to Instagram. And I was there for 2 months, and the most random reel went viral. And when I say I thought it was just, it took me 2 minutes to draft. I was teaching the placement of makeup, a contour, a blush, and a highlighter. And I gave the analogy of it being like a Neapolitan ice cream. Brown, chocolate, strawberry, vanilla. And it went viral. And I'm like, oh my gosh, people like this stuff. And I started to do more just like that. But I think my biggest piece of advice is for you to do something that you know and love. Because if you're gonna be in this for the long haul, then you have to be able to enjoy it. You've just gotta start. My best advice would be to make a list of 5 things, 5, that you're really good at, that you love. Maybe it is refinishing old furniture and making it look beautiful. Maybe you're really sarcastic. Maybe you are a stay-at-home mom. Maybe time is important to you, or saving time. Maybe you're a grandmother like I am. Make a list of the things that you're most passionate about, and then just start. Start creating videos of things that you love and posting them. Because when you're posting the things that you love and that you're good at, just like was mentioned, your people will find you. What you're doing is you're building your brand. Okay, so think about making your material transformational, not transactional. If you look at my profile on Instagram, you will not see one graphic, not one piece of product. You won't see that. What you'll see me doing is using the products and instructing, and then people want to know what I'm using because they trust me. I've built my brand over the course of the last 4 years so that I've built trust in people. I talk to them in my stories like I'm talking to you right now, or I'm talking to my friend Courtney. So they get to know me. And so when I'm talking about Bousset Boo in my stories, and I'm talking and instructing how to use Bousset Boo and what it does for the skin, they trust me. And I put the link in my stories and they buy it. So, yeah, I mean, it's just building your brand, but you've got to start somewhere.
Awesome. Well said. Well said. I think, yeah, give it up. As I say with every answer, so many gold nuggets in there, but I want to go back to something you said about make the list of the top 5 things that define you, or the top 5 things that you identify with. And here's why I want to go back to that. We spend a lot of time in the evenings when we're watching TV scrolling, right? We talked about this as a group, right? We scroll. And that creates this idea that we have to make a video like that girl, or we have to be like that trend, right? But it's really about who are you, and bring that to the table, and you may not know it's a 30-second video that defines you that goes viral.
That's right. I always say create before you consume. So you create your content based off of who you are, and then you can go back and scroll for inspiration. That's all you're looking for, is for inspiration, not duplication, but for inspiration. So I learned from a lot of makeup artists. I'm a public school educator. I know a little bit about history, a little bit about science, a little bit about social studies, but I'm not an expert in any of those things. I get inspiration from all the makeup artists in the world, but I'm not a makeup artist. I'm a makeup teacher, and that's kind of the role that I take, but I'm building my brand online. Right.
Fabulous, fabulous. Thank you so much, Kimberly. Thank you. All right, well, ladies, Miss Dina, fabulous Dina. One of the things that I really love about you is your complete and utter authenticity, right? Like, when I first met Dina, yes, I mean, it is admirable. She tells it like it is, and that's the way it goes. So, as a network marketer of 11 years, though, you've used Facebook to grow your business, and so what advice would you give to someone who's just starting out? You've been doing this 11 years, but there are a lot of people out there that might feel some apprehension. They might feel scared to get in front of the camera, So what would you tell someone to just get out there, and how can they work in Remon into their journey of starting out in social media?
Hello.
See?
Okay.
Love it.
Who likes simple? Me. So, when you first came to Remon, did you take a before picture? Did you take it in good lighting with no shadows, and several from the front, several from the side? Did y'all do that? Well, if your picture has shadows on it, you're going to want to kind of take a new one. You really want to get in the good lighting. It makes a huge difference. And you want to invite people along for your skin transformation journey. And what you're going to do is you're going to share that picture, and if you're diligent and you stick with this and you're really, disciplined with your skincare, you're going to see a difference. Hello? Like, who's not? So you invite them, and so a week later, share it again, say, oh my gosh, look at this. And again at 2 weeks and at 1 month. So you're inviting them along for your journey, and you're making them a part of it. And you can really have a really good business on a killer before and after picture. So put in the work to do that right, and keep adding to it. And sharing, when you get a new picture that's just like, oh my gosh, look at this. Like, zoom in on areas. You guys know how to do that? So do your side by side, like, maybe it's on half your face, maybe it's your forehead. Like, zone in on those areas. If you have a before and after picture and you're like 3 feet from the camera and the other one's 3 feet, well, people aren't going to say anything. They're not going to likely ask you about that. But if you zoom in on an area to show the transformation, yeah, they're going to comment. The second thing is belief. So I'm going to ask you a question. Do you believe you have your hands on the best skincare on the planet? I mean, do you really believe you have your I do. I love skincare. You're never going to convince me of anything different. I don't care who you are, what you say to me. You're not going to convince me. So what happens when your belief is high and your confidence grows and you begin to vibrate and have energy about you, just your vibration changes and people see that confidence in you that's changing, right? And so if your belief is at an all-time high, you're going to start noticing a difference. So for the people who already have before and after pictures, I'm going to give you a challenge tonight. And that is when you have your skincare on and it's super nourished and hydrated, I want you to take a picture of it and I want you to share that on social media saying, nobody has a glazed donut like Remon. Because you want to go to bed with a glazed donut. That is the thing. Let's hashtag Remon glazed donut. Let me tell you something. Nobody else has got a donut like we got a donut. And so be proud of that donut. Promote it. Everybody can show their nourished skin. Lastly, how many of you are afraid to put things on social media because you're afraid of being judged? I know more than that. Let me hear from you.
Yeah.
So, I've yet to pay a bill with someone's opinion. And I never will. And so, those people that you're afraid of judging you, I got some news for you. Our friends and family are not the one who join our business. I don't know about you, but it's acquaintances and complete strangers. And those are the relationships that you start building and nurturing. And so do anybody here know why your family and friends don't join you? Because they're afraid you're going to find success and go off and leave them and expose them for what they're not doing. So, there's a little tidbit there. But the last thing that I'm going to say about this is, who cares? You know what these people that you're worrying about? They're not coming to your funeral. They don't care. So why should you? So let's just say 5% of these people that you're worried about, you think are coming to your funeral. If it rains on the day of your funeral, they're not coming. So why do you care? So the bottom line is, do not care, go big, go home. So what we're going to do to wrap this up is, everybody up. And remember, what are you going to take tonight with your skin all hydrated and healthy and nourished? Hashtag glazed donut. Everybody take a selfie and remember this moment, and I want you to share it. And if you're worried about what someone thinks, the answer is 5